Welcome to another episode of Vibes Talk. Today's talk, we're going to be talking about the sex industry. Why is it taboo in America, and other forms of what we refer to as the sex industry, or I'd like to say it is. Today we have our guests. You all can go either one by one or all together. Doesn't matter to me.
You just gotten lazier and lazier with the intros.
Well, see, I give sex good, yes?
Yes. That's good. Yes, okay.
Oh my god.
We have our normal guest, one new reoccurring guest. We have Viks.
Hello.
Giggity.
Why are you giggling at me? No.
Michelle,
Goo
Hello.
goo.
and the last and final one, AJ.
Giggity goo.
That would be him.
Oh no.
Now, when it comes to like the sex industry, I feel like, well, I don't feel like it is, but it most definitely is in America, that we've reached a point where it's such a taboo thing to even discuss, to even consider in America. Well, like I'd say in other places, it's more accepting.
You're a taboo in the sex industry, alright?
Like, the sex industry has moved to Reddit in the US.
Well, let's see, hold on. So it started off, alright? Back in the olden days, was I funny, alright? Where all the sex was. And then
I'm
it
lost.
Actually, iFunny had to ban nudity.
Yeah, and then it
Oh,
evolved.
that's unfortunate.
But let's be honest, Tumblr.
Then it
Oh
evolved
my
into
god. Tumblr and their porn censorship make me so fucking angry.
So
All
when I
this came
say-
about because America does not like paying people for sex. I don't know why.
I
Well,
just want
What's wrong with having a good profession?
sponsors gifts and not be offended that I have to buy a new vibrator. Is that so much to ask?
Look, all I want to do is just pay a woman a decent wage to suck my cock.
But why do you think it is for America to be such a, I'd say, sheltered when it comes to any forms of sexuality?
Because of our
It's-
past?
it-
Because
it was-
America's literally
it-
past. It's
America was founded by a bunch of Christians.
Yeah,
That's-
that is would be definitely part of it.
That would probably be the main reason why they were so, like, focused
like-
on getting rid of it.
they're like selling sex? Bad. Alright, you only lay with the person you love. That's good. Why can't
Yeah. Yeah.
they were caught in their old ways.
I'm
But
pretty
why do
sure...
you think now we are still stuck in this rut? Because it feels like I'll speak of this now as because it's more of an uprising thing, and there's still somewhat of I'd say a divide between people. OnlyFans.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta search something real fast. Keep talking.
I have a couple friends that use OnlyFans.
Yeah.
I know a teacher who uses OnlyFans.
Interesting.
Bella Thorne broke the internet with it.
Oh yes, quite so.
Yep. I sent her a very strongly worded message because they made it where they don't get paid bi-weekly now from OnlyFans. They get paid once a month at the end of the month.
Yes,
Oh,
I believe
awful.
that was a preventative from people who
So-
are abusing the idea of
AKA Bella Thorne.
So there is
yes.
Yeah.
there is one legal sex industry in America, quote unquote sex industry, as a brothel. It's in Nevada.
Los Angeles. Yeah,
No,
Vada.
It's in Nevada.
That's right, Vada.
All right. It is the
Is it
only
in-
one allowed to be.
Is it in Vegas?
Yes, it's actually like a 5-minute drive out of Vegas.
Everything's legal in Vegas. It's Vegas.
Well, they
My
did
dad-
develop their entire industry on
My
basically.
dad
Go on.
So, fun fact story. My dad and grandpa wanted to go to the fucking brothel when they were in Vegas. But as you can imagine, my stepmom and grandma were like, no.
Nevada is the only U.S. Jurisdiction to allow some legal prostitution. Go Nevada.
Yeah.
Good job, guys.
I think that's so stupid, because
It's also
like,
expensive to live in Nevada.
yeah, if like paying people for sex wasn't illegal, the economy would be so much better. A lot of
Currently-
things are illegal right now.
Like, but there's
Yeah.
also sub professions within the sex industry. There are
Yes.
people who are sex therapists, that like to help people who have trouble with each other in bed.
Not keeping it up. Oh,
Well, not necessarily keeping it up. It's more of spicing it up in the sense, but doing it right. Because there's still people who's like Vanessa's like, this is great. This is good. I guess we can probably make it a little bit more interesting.
No, it's like how remember the American Dad episode where
oh my
Stan
god.
Yes,
Oh,
like yeah, like that. Like
that's doing it the wrong way.
yes,
Currently-
that would be the wrong way.
You would go to a sex therapist instead to learn about all the different types of things, see what you might be into, what intrigues you, what doesn't.
So
That's the
there-
right way of doing it.
Yeah.
There's as of February 2018, there's 21 brothels in Nevada,
Hell yeah.
Interesting.
and they're currently active in 8 different counties.
But yeah, it's either there's multiple professions as opposed to like brothels. There's the sex therapist, along with the digital, like I'd say, also porn stars.
No, I'm gonna say porn stars
Mm-hmm.
getting
Yep.
paid to make
Camp
Porn.
girls.
Oh, fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
A loophole a lot of prostitutes do, they'll allow the person they're fucking to film. That way it's considered
Technically.
pornography.
Yes, it would be considered pornography.
It's a loophole that prostitutes use, and I mean, I'm pretty sure the person fucking them wouldn't mind recording.
Yeah,
Like, they'll be like, "Oh, stuff to get off to later, okay?"
yeah. Literally, it's just literally the loophole is you have to record it in order for they have the intentions of it being pornography.
Yeah, exactly, and it's such a simple loophole.
It is.
But
It honestly
why
is.
Why don't they just make it legal? Like there's already a way around it. Why not just?
Because I
Full-
feel the like their government is like, how do we tax this? It's like
You don't tax sex. Please do not tax sex.
Could you imagine going into a brothel and it's like, yeah, it'll be $100 plus tax?
See, I see the way to tax it would be the more of like you would probably have to have an entry quote unquote fee. That would be the one that they would tax on, as opposed to choosing the person. Because I know people would have their own pricing.
Look at private bars; they have an entrance fee,
Exactly, and
that's how.
and
they
also
make-
strip clubs.
Yeah, strip clubs. That's a great example because how else are they going to tax it? They do.
They can't
the-
really tax the strippers, but they still have to. Like
they quote unquote count the cash out to tax it. Quote unquote.
yeah.
A lot of establishments actually won't.
And when it comes to, like, I'd say, because I know, I don't even know, what was it? Not too recent. Was it too recently? I can't remember. But whenever there was that whole big old outbreak where it was like, these people aren't paying taxes, it's talking about people who do OnlyFans and private Snapchats.
There's taxes.
No, private Snapchats, that's the shit that I'm thinking of. Where people are saying they don't pay their taxes because of this, of the private Snapchats.
The joke of wasn't it like a ethos fucking meme?
I can't remember. I don't know the origins of it. I just know there was a government breakdown of people who, when it comes to the sex industry, well, I would say this is one of the breakdowns they had, trying to deal with people who do, I guess, some sorts of, like, I guess, I would call it pornography. Because you are technically recording it, but you're posting it onto a platform that's not always up, is showing the video, in a sense.
Yeah.
I don't know how you would define that, though. Like, private Snapchat, what would exactly you define that as?
I would define that as pornography because it's the intention to distribute.
Yeah.
You know?
It is an intention to distribute, so you could do it as but because it's Snapchat, it's based off of a social media app that's free to use. That's
Yeah.
where it gets tricky.
Mm.
And there was like a breakdown of where governments were going after. Well,
Right.
not
I
don't
found
think-
them.
I think it's people who reported it to other people. Yep. And to give attention to our viewers, it's some tweet saying the left 2016 to 2017. The super wealthy have to pay their fair share in this country to stop using it tax loopholes. The left 2018. Attention all sex workers, if you have your Snapchat, Venmo, Cash app, etc. on your profile, take it out or delete it. Incels are reporting y'all to the RS, so please be careful. We need to look out for one another. Over the irony.
Boy, you're gonna laugh
Hiya.
at this one. You're gonna
but-
laugh at the last one I posted.
Previous
Yeah.
Snapchat.
I have my gripes with some
Yeah.
of this shit, like with
'Cause
fucking
no good way to actually.
like in a way tax it, yes, but you'd have to claim it still. If you claimed it as a part of your work and where you're getting this income, then I'd see it's fine.
Yeah, as long as you keep track of the income that you're getting from it.
Trust me, I have my own gripes when it comes to like private
Like,
Snapchats,
Yeah, literally
OnlyFans.
all they gotta do is just be like, all right, I gotta keep track of my expenses. Straight up, all you gotta do, PayPal. Get a PayPal business account and charge it, and it keeps track of all your expenses already for you through an
Oh, yeah.
invoice system. Just do that instead of doing PayPal, Cash
Or-
App, and all.
Yeah,
Or like get PayPal Business. It would literally keep track of all your expenses for you. You wouldn't have to worry about it. You can get a card for it.
that's for
You
all of our
literally-
either female
like-
or male users who are deciding to go
like,
into this type of industry.
like if it gets legalized, they would have to be forced to keep track of all their income and everything like that, right?
Yeah,
Because
Look,
they would be getting audited regularly because that's seen as a
all
normal
you gotta
thing.
understand is
All you have
everyone
to
has
do-
a niche that needs to be filled. Just find somebody that needs that niche to be filled of you. You can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in you. But trust me, I have my own personal gripes about people who have premium Snapchats and OnlyFans. But that's a different discussion. This is more about the discussion of the business aspect of how it is running in America and why it feels like there's something there for America, for the American government to at least get some type of profiting from it. But I just it just boggles my mind on how as a nation we just isolate from a completely, I'd say, a profitable business like
Healthy
Prisoners
business.
Prospect.
Well, I think it's also because like sex ed in school and everything.
Yeah,
they teach us.
Well,
It's
like,
all like that's what builds it to be a taboo in our minds. So like, because when you're taught as a little kid in whatever grade you learn sex ed,
it mostly ends up being high school.
Dude, I don't know. I had mine in 5th grade.
I remember.
Me too.
Well,
Yeah.
I think in 5th grade that's when they have the talk of your body going through hormones.
Yeah,
But
no.
sex ed
Fifth
comes
grade,
in.
No, sex ed in 5th grade.
sex
They
ed,
told
I did in
me
6th
they told
grade.
me everything.
Yeah. We had a health and wellness class.
We watched the video. All right.
Yeah. Yes, I know about the fucking video.
my class was in 7th grade at Atascocita.
But it's like that because what they're trying to do is make you afraid of it as a young kid.
Yeah.
And
AJ, I
instead of
missed the video because I was in the hospital at the time.
instead of trying to be like, hey, this is okay, they're like, no, you should this is not okay. You should freak out about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
sex is scary.
like that's that, and they're keeping this and that they're teaching us this as a kid, which is causing us as an adult and further generations to keep it as like, oh, this is bad, we shouldn't do this.
Yeah, that is
keep
true.
it the old
school is
ways.
still teaching it the old way.
Yeah, that's where a lot of, I think, built into that stigma of America being so, I don't even know what the word to call it, but just so isolated. I want to say prude. It would be the proper word.
Progressively stunted.
Yes, that progressively stunted would be the proper term for it. Of America's just it just doesn't accept it, and I feel it harms the future generations along with future businesses that could like prosper from this. Because taking out all of like, let's say, prostitution, strip clubs, OnlyFans, all that bullshit, but bring into therapy, like therapy in itself, like as like a couples therapy, I know that would probably be more beneficial for people if they didn't stick to such a vanilla like mindset. I think.
Also, another thing is, couples therapy is happening so often now because everyone keeps getting divorced.
Because I feel it comes from the stigmatization of this vanilla basis of sex.
And so people want to get married so they can have sex.
Yep.
No, fuck that. I want to swing from the chandelier into my sex swing going, ooh, ooh, I want to be monkey.
What the hell?
God, I can imagine Roy. Oh, no. Oh,
no. I started something, and it's great.
Go back.
I know Roy in person. Oh, no.
Oh, no.
But
I can't unsee
again, this is what like I mean by like there's still potential for this as like a business, just for like taking out all the quote unquote extra stuff. I'd like to say there's still more promise for therapy for people who are like going on a divorce. I feel that it's more of sexual
frustration.
Yeah, sexual frustration. Like a best example, Michelle has already talked about with
people.
No, American Dad, with Stan being so repressed because he's stuck with such a vanilla lifestyle, and all of a sudden he dives deep into a whole bunch of kinks and then goes on to the deep end. And I feel he overdoes it. And I feel if some people were introduced to some type of kink that they may have but weren't fully aware because they were told vanilla is the only and existing thing.
You only screw to make a kid. You don't screw to have fun.
Exactly. It shouldn't be
people
about...
People need to learn. People need to fucking learn
it's not about... Yeah, it's not about making a child. Yes, that is a byproduct of it. But it should also be for your own pleasure, your own having fun with it. In a sense.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ace, and that's like understandable, and I get it. But for actual get horny, they having sex.
I want to be horny.
Listen,
look, all right. Vanilla sex, we're taught from a young age that, we do it missionary, we get the deed done, bada bing, bada boom,
we
pop out 12 kids. All right, our legacy is done. All right, wrong. All right, just stick your dick in it, have fun, spin that bitch like a blade, fucking hang from a.
You know, if you want to stick in a couple of beads, pull it out and spin her like a Beyblade. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Whatever gets your rocks off, whatever makes the deed more interesting and more
It doesn't
fun.
help because 2 of the people in this chat know.
Oh my god.
Baby, let it rip. No, but like, like, honestly, people should just instead of just doing like vanilla sex, they should try to explore different things,
Different avenues of different types of kink. Because I'm pretty sure there's a kink, at least something out there for somebody.
Dude, look, if some people have foot fetishes, I think there's a kink for everyone.
Yes, there's got to be a kink for everybody. There's all types of things. You for anybody who is not even looked into what kinks are or have only the base like understanding of BDSM and fucking feets. There's all different types. It is a deep dive into many things.
Then you got, you go your scalies, your furries, your people who like chains, people who like swings, people who like beads, vibrators, dick vibrators.
But there's something.
Oh wait, no, I know what you're talking. Never mind.
Those are dick rings. They're dick rings that you put on your dick and it vibrates your dick.
What the hell?
Okay, and the reason for those is actually for the girl to ride you, and so they can get pleasure out of riding you also, like more so than normal.
Interesting.
And they even make ones that have little bits that will, when you're all the way down on the dick, it will vibrate your clit, and you can just grind on them.
And then you have me with the guy who has a pair of handlebars mounted above his bed.
Thank God.
Again,
life. So that's where my old handlebars went. Oh.
No.
Again, for the viewers out there, life isn't all about, like the song, chains and whips may excite you, but there's possibly more.
Right.
Don't keep it so vanilla.
Vanilla's good, but add a little bit of strawberry. Pour a little whipped cream, a little chocolate syrup, spice it up. All right, and then lick it up.
You never know. You may put some whipped cream on her titties and then suck them off. You know.
Oh,
that sounds like a fun time.
See, give it a try. Try something different. Don't keep it vanilla. This is all about let's free America from its chains of being
not
so.
Chains.
So, yeah.
It's free. Like I'm saying, free. We need to free America from its own repressive states of just keeping it vanilla and everything's so repressed.
Well, the thing is the problem is we have every person we have in power is an old coot. All right.
Yeah.
Basically, we need to wipe all the old coots out and replace them with younger people who understand. Now, I'm not saying so young like us. We're too young to fucking do anything. But I'd say younger people, like between, they're like in their 30s or 40s, not the old people we have in like the power right now who are in their fucking 70s. All right? Because there's the people that we have in power now in the Senate and everything, they're all stuck in the past and they don't want to move forward.
But also, let's not forget that like the Senate doesn't really have term limits.
Yeah, I know.
Some of those people just
and the judicial branch also doesn't have that. But that's not the talk for today.
Anyways,
but that would be the way to change it. We would have to literally tell those old farts to move it, or tell them, hey, you're either changing or we're going to force you to change.
But
Power of America.
Do you guys have any? Because I think we kind of run our extremeness into this podcast. I probably have to put a warning at the beginning of this for
warning
explicit.
Extremism.
One thing that I also think would become of the legalization of more illegal parts of the sex industry is crime rates would go down, because then people wouldn't have to try and illegally traffic people.
Oh yes, that also, I'd feel it would also lower the crime rates for sex trafficking.
And if it were legalized, a lot of things would have to have government regulations. OSHA, sex OSHA. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
And
sex
so people
OSHA?
would have to get
Would we call it SOSHA? Would we call it SOSHA?
Oh, bro. Come with me and you'll see a world of social violations. Could you imagine? OSHA, bro.
Bruh, that would be great.
OSHA's Twitter just kind of says, bro, we're horny. Oh my god.
Okay, so do we have any closing thoughts for our talk for today?
Monkey sex.
Primal urges. Gotcha. Next.
People need to have some fun. Y'all are boring.
Look, all you gotta do is go to the zoo, watch two monkeys bang, go home and copy them. Alright?
Literally, just stop having such a vanilla life and just have fun with it and try new things in moderation.
Oh yes, have it in moderation, but yeah.
Okay, you know what? I have one more closing thought. Don't buy the edible lube from Spencer's. It tastes horrible.
Hey, you want to know what edible lube does taste good though? Wet. Wet makes some really good taste in edible lube. Don't ask how I know.
Do you have a cotton candy flavor?
No, they don't have cotton candy, but the strawberry is so fucking good.
Ooh.
Alright.
Anyway.
My closing thoughts is take some time to explore what your kinks may be. Look into other types of kinks. You never know. You could be into some other shit, some weird shit. You never know. And also, don't be afraid to talk to us about your partner, because it is a two-way street. Both of y'all have to meet in the middle. But that's all I have. Does anybody want to plug anything before we leave our viewers off to go search what their kinks may possibly be?
They're just opening up all the Chrome tabs.
You want to plug titties, AJ? Whose titties do you want to plug?
If you put a video, if you're making a video for this, or if you put this as just a regular old voice chat, on whatever platform you put it on, just put it in the comment section below. It says titties, and that's it. Just titties.
You just want to plug. Just all you want to plug is titties? Okay.
Because all titties are beautiful.
Gotcha. Okay. Michelle, anything you'd like to plug?
Probably the same I always do, my Twitch channel. I haven't been streaming much lately, but once I move to Nebraska, that will definitely change for sure. I will start streaming more often. Probably will try and stream once a week. It'll be fun.
Okay, and now Viks, anything you'd like to plug?
The same plug as last time. I have an Instagram, where I post my art. Viks does art. I'm currently working on a Magical Girl webcomic. If you guys would like to see design previews for that there.
Alright. This has been Vibes Talk. You guys, I want to leave y'all to your exploring your own sexuality. Don't keep it vanilla. Have fun with it.